1, 2, 3, let's go.
Wednesday afternoon. Oh,
a team, if that's put it that way, because they too have their Europa League game tomorrow night. And I'm trying to think who that's against. I can't remember. But anyway, they've got that coming up. So he played a weaker team, which may explain it. But to answer your question, I think Rodgers is of sufficient quality and ability as a player to fit Manchester United on their left flank. I think it'd be ideal there. Yeah, if he wants to go there.
Well, that's good. That's good. For England, what are we thinking of him for England?
Yeah, I think he's reliable. He's played for recent England teams, and he's no mug. I mean, he's one of those players who's got the ability. You can see it in. He's got a good football brain and he's got a good technique. So I have no problem with him being in the England side at all.
No, okay. Now this next one says Casemiro breaks silence on Manchester United U-turn after Kuna asked him to stay. What are we thinking?
Who asked him to stay? Kuna, you say?
Yeah, Kuna. Kuna that's moved from Wolves. Who's bought from Wolves.
All right.
Matthias Kuna, I think he's called.
Right. Yeah. Well, I don't know. I mean, has he indicated he's going to U-turn? He's going to stay?
Yeah, that's what we're waiting for. I don't know if he's going to stay, but if he stays, it'd be a bit of a commotion, wouldn't it? Because Manchester United is looking to spend.
Oh, that's better.
Yeah, so Manchester United is looking to spend, aren't they? In preparation for Champions League. Now, at his age, and we're not being ageist on this show, but I'm just thinking Champions League. Can we imagine Casemiro Champions League next season?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Do you know how old he is? I don't know.
I think he's about 35. I think about that.
Is he? I can see him there. Is when you get a player who's got the ability, that can often give him another 2 or 3 years at the top level anyway. And he is an excellent midfield player for Manchester United. Possibly been their best after Bruno. I think Bruno Fernandes is a very much a world-class player. But so is Casemiro. And I think that's partly why they've done as well as they have this season, because they've got those two players in their midfield. Yeah, I could certainly see him stay on for another season for the Champions League, and I bet their fans, I think he's quite popular, I bet they would want him to stay as well. So a U-turn could well be on the cards.
Yeah. Okay. So Xavi is under consideration by Chelsea to be their next manager. Now we're not talking about Xavi Alonso. It's the other Xavi. Now I can't remember his last name. But I think he's a very good manager. I think he's managed Barcelona once. Xavi something. I can't remember. But anyway, what are we thinking about Chelsea? What's the problem at the moment?
Well, there is a problem, isn't there? I mean, they were beaten at home by Nottingham Forest the weekend, 3-1, I think it was. Something has gone awry with them, hasn't it? And as I say, was it 3-1? Because that means Chelsea scored a goal. I said earlier that they hadn't scored in 6 games.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't think it was 3-1, but perhaps it was. Anyway, be that as it may, they've not been the force this season that, certainly the second half of the season, that they were tipped to be. Chelsea were really up there with the top 6, and so.
say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us on the show.
Up there with the top 6, you know, and so on. Now, I'm not sure where they'll finish. It may not be far below that, or it may be about 6, but something that they're not firing on all cylinders. And it's hard to know why. Obviously, they've sacked for a senior. That appointment struck me as a bit strange. I'm not saying that after the event with hindsight. I said at the time, or I felt at the time, it was a bit strange to bring in someone on a 6-year contract, which I know that's what Chelsea tend to do, but a 6-year contract for someone who's never managed in the Premier League. Obviously, Chelsea have this link with Strasbourg, which is where he was the manager before he came to Chelsea. But it's not gone well for him, really, from the off. It really hasn't. And of course, once again, they've had to sack a manager and pay him off. There are various stories about what he was paid, but it wouldn't have been a small amount, I'm sure. And so it goes on, and now that they need to appoint somebody new, so I don't know, frankly, who would take a job there? I mean, people will, because they want the job, and they probably know if they don't make a success of it, they'll get handsomely paid off anyway. So that you could make money to fail, which is what sometimes football managers do. But otherwise, it won't go too well on your CV if you go to Chelsea and you're sacked within a few months again. So I'm not sure who the manager you've mentioned is, but they've got to be a bit careful now. And I'm not sure that the owners are overly popular with the fans, probably for these reasons. I mean, I don't know what goes on at Chelsea, but it does strike me as odd that they just hire and fire so quickly, having given successive managers and, frankly, players these very long contracts. I think part of that may be to do with the PSR rules, the profitability, sustainability rules, which means you can spread certain turnovers and expenditures over 6 or 7 years. And so I think it's not just complete madness to give someone a 6-year contract. There's a financial element to it, as I understand it. But no, it's a shame because Chelsea have not lived up to their billing really this season, or what we believe they can be. And I think there's 1 or 2 players who've wanted to leave. The manager, what was his name? Maresco, was it? He said enough to get him fired, and so on. So it's not a happy situation there in some ways, by the sound of it. They've got through to the cup final, the FA Cup final against Manchester City, and who knows, it could just be the sort of game that they win, given that most people will expect on form Manchester City to do it. But you never know. Hopefully it'll be a good match to watch. But yeah, they're not the Chelsea we thought they would be this season.
Yeah.
Say hello to old Mimi, Dr. Gladys and Rose, 3 beautiful ladies who join us on our shows. There's one other bro, sometimes joins us